Hey everyone, I just got this UMX Radian and we're going to take a look and see what's inside the box of this little beast. Here is a quick overview of what's inside the box. The most unexpected and cool thing that's in this box so far, after a quick look over, is this. It's a USB LiPo charger, which for those of us that either have a vehicle with a USB adapter built into their vehicle, or they spent $5 at Walgreens and got the cigarette adapter that turns the cigarette lighter into a USB port, you can utilize this. You plug in the little LiPo battery right into there. They match up quite nicely, and that is unexpected, but I'm pretty excited about that. Makes it convenient for field charging when you don't want to have to rely just on battery power, like alkaline battery power, to charge your little LiPos. Alright, so let's see what's up next. Next up we have the accessories pack, which you see those two screws up top there. Those secure on the wing to the fuselage. So I would prefer something a little more snap rather than having to screw it in each time, but that's pretty standard for gliders from what I understand. So I'll just deal with it. And I may even just, once I assemble it, I may just leave it assembled and assume the risk of stuff getting broken just like I do with my park flyer. So I'm not sure what this black thing is for, but this Velcro here, you lay down at the top of the fuse when you're screwing in the screws to fix the main wing. And that's about it. It doesn't seem like there's going to be a difficult assembly, but I'll find out and report back. Alright, so here are all the parts and pieces that you can find in the box, laid out in front of the box. Okay, so this is what it looks like assembled. It's kind of a cool looking plane. However, I'm not really thrilled with how it was built. It just seems pretty light and cheap, to be completely frank, which is something I try and do with my unboxings. I had to tighten the screws pretty tight to keep the main wing from wiggling side to side. And on these sorts of things, you want to avoid over tightening anything at all costs. Now this is supposed to be, see, it's got the little handle here. It's supposed to be, you unscrew it, slide the wing out, and then put it back in the box. I don't see myself doing that with this plane, because, is it this side? Yeah, when I just put the wing on, a little chunk of the fuse popped out, which is minor, whatever, but as much wiggle as the main wing had before I cinched the screws up nice and tight, that kind of concerns me a little bit. Alright, up next is the motor test. Alright, so you can hear the AS3X work. I just did a quick little motor test which activated the AS3X. Now trying to hold a camera while doing a throttle test without doing a prop strike, risk doing a prop strike, is not that fun. A couple things I want to point out here real quick. The main wing, even though it seems fragile, it's got some reinforcement in the main part there, and also got that in the horizontal stabilizer, which is great. A little extra rigidity. Looks like there's two of them in the horizontal stabilizer. That's great. You have to add Velcro. Add your own Velcro to this. Comes with two pieces. And there's that to hold your battery in place. In addition, it's got a nice little landing bump there, little plastic piece. Hopefully that will add lots of durability to this plane. That's probably a point where that would have an issue. Now back to the battery. Pardon me. I'm not sure if I need to move it backwards, move it forward, or whatever. I will have to look at the manual before the Maiden and see where the CG is located. And I am going to flip this over, set down the camera real quick, and the next thing you'll see and hear is the engine running. Alright, here we go. So you can hear the engine. I've got that probably less than a quarter throttle, and it's giving me some decent wind here. I think this is going to offer plenty of thrust for this. After all, it is a glider, so hopefully we don't need that much reliance on the little brushed motor that it comes with. And I think that's really about it. One last thing, I'll crank it up a bit so you can hear what it sounds like when giving it a bit of throttle. Alright, here we are with about 2/3 throttle. Any more than that just seems ridiculous since it's not out in the air. And it's generating quite a bit of thrust. And I'm thinking this thing's going to fly real well. I kind of nitpick a little bit in these unboxing videos. And hopefully up next, you'll see a beautiful maiden flight with the new UMX Radian.
Man, that thing shot right up there.
Dead stick.
Oh yeah. Look at that thing. I bet you could thermal that little thing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I'm excited about this summer.
That'd be a good one to bring a lawn chair.
Oh yeah. Totally. Well, I'd fly my champ up real high, you know that.
Yeah, but this, I bet you could fly a long time if you get up there and glide and
Totally.
fly it like a glider.
My only fear is that bird that tried to eat my other planes.
How did I know you were going to do that?
You know me all too well.
Mr. Trickster.
Mr. No landing skills, but I'm a trickster.
Just don't land it on the roof.
Still trying not to.
That's pretty good in all that wind though, I gotta say.
Yeah. It's quite windy.
I bet if you with the right power setting, you'll probably just hover.
Yeah, I've got a half throttle right now.
Yeah, it's scooting pretty good.
Backing it off a little bit. Yeah, it's just sitting there.
Yeah, cool. Ooh, high speed pass. Cool.
Isn't that sweet?
That'd be a good camping plane too. You could take that anywhere.
Slide it in, see what happens.
Nice.
Well, it is a glider apparently.
So you're just hanging out.
Alright guys, this is a great little plane. As you just witnessed, flying in the wind. I'm very, very pleased with how it went. It really wasn't difficult, so anyone with any kind of flying experience should be able to handle this little 3-channel plane. I think the AS3X definitely helped, as well as the large wingspan, in relative terms of course, helped in the wind handling. Now I would not take this out in any stronger winds than that, but it handled it well, and I'm very impressed with this plane. All the things that I nitpicked in the unboxing aren't really very much of a concern right now. We'll see what happens with wear and tear over time, and you can look for that in future videos. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and encourage you to subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you very much, and happy flying.